See, meditation, there is two aspects. One is our psychological aspect. How we are looking at the world. Are we free psychologically? Are we angry? Are we sad? Are these going to hold us behind? These are the factors of meditation in the primary level. And then we go to the other level. After achieving peace, completeness, we go into what we call dhyana, or meditation as proper. And that becomes meta-science, right? There are two factors to consider. One, the idea of the divinity, and the other one, yourself, right? So you are a human being. However you run, you will run with your two hands and your two legs. You cannot run further than that yet. Later, maybe they'll fix a horn for you and a tail. That's next generation possibilities. But until now, two legs, so you will run. So whatever you experience is within the human frame. And the goal is to freedom, to transcendence, to infinite, to absolute, to God, whatever you want to call. That's how meditation. See, meditation without the idea of infinite or absolute is always living in the sensory dimension of experience. The sensory dimension of experience, as I was telling Sebastian, brings only the sensual perception as your experience of reality. But when you get into the infinite and the absolute, you get your integrated perception of life, the third eye experience. So it is important to have the third eye integration for the experience of meditation or Tantra. Otherwise, or any one philosophy. Otherwise, we have not a proper anchor. We are floating, sensually floating.
If I'm hearing you correctly, maybe just put in my own words, it sounds like the purpose of these visualizations and meditations is to learn how to focus our attention inward in certain areas.
I'm not saying inside or anything like that. I'm not saying like that. Okay. The inside and outside is still from a sense of fragmentation, that you are looking at everything from top, bottom, east, west. So if you are discarding all the dualistic thinking, there is no inside, there is no outside. There is then the actual background of things, the actual basis of everything. So you are actually hooking to that actual basis of everything, and that becomes your meditation. You know what I mean? Your experience becomes deeper, rather than say I have a sensual presentation. It only through my sensual level. Say I put a candle and meditate on a candle. It's only a perception that is between my eye and the candle. It's a relative experience. Meditation cannot be based on relative experiences. You know what I'm saying? If you have relative experiences at the basis of your meditation, it's fleeting. Tomorrow will be different. Emotions will be different. Realities will be different. So in the tantric world, they will have you meditate on deeper realities. And it gets you deeper, inward journey that is deep, that allows you to project from the depth of yourself the reality of your life. Everything that we do in the world is based on our skulls. Whatever we feed in, we feed out. So I had a watermelon, I liked watermelon. So I go and tell the whole world that watermelon is great. Or I have dragon fruit and I say to the whole world, dragon fruit is great. But I'm still projecting a past experience. So instead of that, how if we can be free to be yourself and allow life, allow everything in your life and project everything in the most pleasant way. So that tool is meditation in one sense, if you use it as a tool. But it is not a tool, it is yourself, meditating on yourself in one sense. Because the projection of reality is yourself projecting. You see colors. Scientists say animals can't see colors. So animals don't see colors, so they don't have our experience. They have a different experience of the surrounding. Like that.
So that's why last time you say meditation shouldn't be a specific moment in time, but totally part of your life.
Because it is going to be your expression in this planet.
It is not related to something specific at the point of time.
You can, as a practice, if you want to wake up at 3:30 in the morning and do your meditation, you can.
So that over time should be actually without any specific point in time.
Natural to you, natural to your self will be meditation. Any control situation cannot be meditation. Because you are controlling and the situation controls you. You know what I mean? So, meditation should be freeing, not controlling. Even, all the gods, the Shiva gods and everything, if you're not careful, how you are approaching limits it. If you are approaching freely, with total freedom, then you have a proper relationship with the consciousness or divine consciousness. But when we are controlling the situation out of fear and this and that, then the relationship itself is a controlled relationship. So it is a fearful relationship. So it is then still in the fragmented reality and fragmented experience.
Yes, so we could say that there are meditation techniques that we can describe, maybe meditation that we cannot describe because for everyone is totally different.
In a sense you are different, and in a sense you are myself.
Everything is one.
Yes, so that is a fact.
All this what we do, the chakra visualization, the Trapaka meditation, whatever we do, it's just techniques to help us go deeper, to help us to go inward and start teaching ourselves how we can be relaxed and how we can have less thoughts. So we're using these techniques to go to something that we cannot really describe with words.
We can describe with words. If you study Tantra, you can describe. The fragmentation makes us think like it is a technique. You know what I'm trying to say? When we are fragmented, when we are in a dualistic, what is dualism? Dualism is God is there, I'm here. This was not true to Christianity, believe me. It is never true to Christianity. It was a modern invention 200 years ago. Christians were monistic. Can you believe that? They were non-dual themselves. They were non-dualistic. It is a modern intervention. It is a modern issue, modern academical problem that it became a dualistic philosophy. Just 200 years. So when you look at it that way, then meditation does not have techniques. You are the meditator. You are the one who is meditating upon. Because the projection I was telling you, your life experience in this world here and now, is actually coming from you. And the Vedics and the Agamas, they will put it in the bracket of Tantra, karma. How you encode your karma is how you are expressing. Don't worry about karma as something very beastly, it's okay. It's actually a small term. So, to get free from the karma is the whole idea of meditation then. Even the schools that don't believe in karma, they believe in karma because consciousness at this level is after some tattvas. Whether you come from Pratyavijnana school or you come from that school, you still are in the karmic plane because you only hear certain sounds. You still experience certain level of reality. So to get away from this is then getting away from the karmic birth that we have taken. So that way we free ourselves and go to nirvana or moksha or salvation or liberation. The same thing used in different languages differently. All this nirvana, moksha, salvation, liberation is about you being free here and now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about, associating it with hell and heaven and all this kind of stuff. I always joke and said so many times, when I die, there is no more nervous system for me to worry about hell. I won't feel the fire of hell. Because I don't have nerves. What am I going to find there? I have no body. So why am I going to be worried about this hell? Actually, there is no hell in the Bible. It is talking about another sense of philosophy. But because people don't study it, they are worried about hell. Don't be worried about hell. And don't misunderstand and think that I'm a Christian monk or something like that. I'm not. I'm a pure tantric from many years. I'm not preaching religion either. I'm only using these words because these are the only words I can use in English. If I am speaking Sanskrit or Hindi or Tamil, I can have choice of different words. So take it as a non-technique. It's not a technique. In yoga also I always say, don't take it as a technique. Take it as a process. A process that you are allowing for yourself. A process that will take you to completeness, to totality, to wholeness.